What's going on, people? Welcome back to AFTV. This is the preview. The international break for many is Forest. This Saturday we're back. It's Arsenal versus Forest. 3 p.m. kickoff.
He actually said he had a good one today.
Forest.
You know what, right? How many does that register on the Cecil cringeometer?
Nah, man. Come on. Gary Lineker's leaving, man. They looking for...
No, you ain't no Gary Lineker. You won't be getting that gig
I
anytime
blame the comments
soon.
as well, because I do see comments saying, I like this.
Don't
No,
blame
that
us.
one was bad, bro.
Okay.
Trust me. I mean, you had the whole
No,
international
I'll be
break
honest.
to
This one
think
was,
of something,
this
and
one
you
was,
come up with
I
that.
know. This one was tough. I actually had a few moments trying to think about Nottingham, trying to think of some wordplay. But Forest, I thought, something different. But we're back. No more rest.
You had
We're
2
back.
weeks, man.
All right.
I was
Next
expecting more.
one.
But anyway,
next one will be good. Let's get into this. Firstly, people, as you're watching, listen. This is a big game. I know we do these previews all the time, and we'll say, "Oh, big game." But Nottingham Forest usually you wouldn't say this is a huge game for Arsenal. I remember towards the end of a couple of seasons ago, we played them right at the end of the season. They beat us, and no one really cared. They stayed up after that win. I remember also playing them in the cup and losing to them a few times, but we never really saw Forest as a big game. But now where they're at, they're amongst us. I think they're only one. I think they're fourth. No, they're fifth. We're fourth. It's a big game.
their
for
record
us.
is almost identical to ours in terms of 11 games, 5 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses.
19 points each.
Yeah, it's the same team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
but it's a big game, and also it's the start. We're back after an international break, and we have to start as we mean to go on. If I'm being real, because there's not another break until I'm looking at the end of the year, but there's not another break until going into the new year. So we have to start well. Forest are a good side for you boys. Turks, I'll start with you. How important is it that Arsenal, start off the international break with a win?
It's vital. It's crunch time now. Game week 12 already.
Is the season done if we lose? Because I keep saying at Chelsea, if we lost, you actually already there. Sorry, I don't mean to ask.
No, but the thing is, this you ask, is the season done? There's still 27 games to go.
bare games, yeah.
My thing is, I can't see us clawing this back. It's 9 points and a trip to Anfield. That to me is a 4-game swing. Obviously, currently goal difference favours them as well. It's very early to talk about that because they're going to have difficult fixtures. We're going to claw back some points. The goal difference will look a little better, but to be 3-game swing, having to go to Anfield, it doesn't bode well. The least we have to do now, because we've been underwhelming this season, the least we have to do is forget Forest form. Let's focus on Arsenal right now.
Fair.
We must win this game.
Yeah.
We must turn it around now. We've got to show something different, because the last few games leading up to that international break, it just felt like they had us figured out in attack. A mix of that and a bit of the handbrake on by us. It just doesn't feel right. It hasn't felt right all season. And then, more often than not, we put that to the Odegaard injury.
Yeah.
And listen, Odegaard's a great player. He's been quality for the last 2 years, numbers-wise, influence-wise, leadership-wise. So missing him is massive. In the big games, we've done well, but we've been exposed a little without him in the games, really, that we should be a bit more comfy in.
Did you see enough at Chelsea to say that
Nah,
when we return,
I mean,
that now everything's going to be
listen,
different?
there's some people that will have the mindset that it's an improved performance on the last, but when the bar's so low, the likelihood of an improvement when you're getting Odegaard back in the side, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that one out. It just wasn't enough, because listen, Chelsea are a team that we've looked at the last couple of years. We've laughed at our record against them at Stamford Bridge, 6 years on the trot. We haven't, lost the game then. In the big scheme of things, a point is not a negative result. But on the run we were on, I feel like we had to go Chelsea and win that game.
Yeah, I agree.
And we didn't. And Liverpool came out winners that weekend on weekend. And right now they're in a great place. And right now we're in a precarious position where any more points drop now, I think even the Cecils and Robbies of this world will be turning around and saying...
Don't put me... Actually, no, I still believe... Yeah, actually, no, you can put me in there.
Yeah, of course you're in there. What do you mean?
Okay.
I was in that group.
I still think...
And Laurie's then.
And Laurie's. No, I'm still there. I think if we lose this game... Because I said at Chelsea, I've stuck to this. I said if we lost to Chelsea, for me, we don't go on to win the league. I said if we win, we're still in it. And then if we draw, I was indifferent. I didn't actually know. Because we drew... I still don't know, but if we lose to Forest after international break, we've just come back where you need a good run, then I'd probably say for me, I'm out of that, in that category of, we can still go on and
We
win
can't
this
even
league.
draw this game, bro. Don't say if we lose.
Yeah.
Don't say yeah either. You wanted a win at Chelsea, that's 3 points. We didn't get the win, we got 1 point.
Yeah.
So now, realistically, it should be a win against Forest, not at Forest. It's here.
Yeah, it's here. Agree.
It has to be a win. And I know Forest have done well this season, the
They have
second
done
best
well.
defensive record in the league. They've beaten Liverpool. So don't get it twisted. They're a threat.
Yeah.
And historically, they're a great side that have achieved great things. So the more they, can entertain, higher up positions and top half of the table, the more exposed they are to potential buy-in from a Saudi or an American to build on their history.
What they got so
but
far.
this is AFTV, so I'm going to focus on Arsenal before people think I'm disrespecting Forest. I think they're a threat. I think on their day, of course, the way we play at home as well,
Yeah,
and the
amen.
form we're on,
Amen.
I wouldn't be surprised if Forest left here with something.
Laurie,
But Arsenal have to do what they have to do.
let me come to Laurie then, because I think Forest of late, they've taken some big scalps. They're going to be. We know this. You come to the Emirates, you're going to be up for it. Even you mentioned there, some of the home performances haven't been great, and I think that's because the lesser teams want to say big day out, Emirates. Let's go and spoil the party. And Forest are ones to do that. They beat Liverpool. Only the defeat that Liverpool have had is still Nottingham Forest. They drew at Chelsea, and they had 10 men in that game as well. I think Brighton as well. They drew as well, and Brighton are also in good form this season. Where are you at, Laurie? Because a huge game. Is there no room for dropping points? Not even a say loss, dropping points. And for you, you said you're not in our side, Robbie and Cecil's side.
No. Before I was sounding the note of positivity, and I still am.
Okay.
However, I am with Turkish. If we don't get 3 points
Yeah,
this
fair.
game, then I think it's pretty much done. I really do think we need to win this game. It's as simple as that. There's no margin for error. The only thing I would say is that the performance, as long as we get the win, won't really matter. It's the points now. It's important.
Will it turn sour and toxic? Do you think if we lose? At
Well, I
home
don't
on
even
Saturday?
want to
'Cause-
project that.
No, I know,
forward.
but I am trying to see where. Cause I think
Focus on the positives.
focus on the positives.
Focus
I
on
think
the
the fan base is split at the moment. I think some are a lot of kind of where you are, Turks. I think some are still.
Listen,
I think
was,
it's actually directly split half and half. I think if we start losing games straight after international break, I think it could go
I
where we
was at
don't
a
want to see
concert
it.
on Sunday at Wembley, and I tell you, the amount of people that was coming up to me. In fact, even when I got to the door, the doorman was saying, "Listen, man, hey, Laurie, AFTV, what is it, Arteta out?" I was like, "Nah, man,
Yeah,
come
see,
on."
that, I saw that
And
on the overlap as well.
All of them man was saying, if we don't win this game on Saturday, then something serious has got to happen because the season would have failed already. And listen,
Does feel a
there's
bit
still
soon.
a lot to play for.
Yeah, it does feel a bit soon.
But Saturday's game is, every week we say this is the biggest game of the season, but Saturday really is the biggest game of the season so far.
I feel that. I think if you don't feel that, fans, you're underestimating how big this game is. You didn't want to talk about Nottingham Forest too much, Turkish, but briefly on them, because for me, I feel like they're a very real, well-rounded team. Sells, their keeper, has made some amazing saves this season, really good in goal, really good shot stopper. Going forward, Chris Wood is on, maybe he's hitting a purple patch of form, but that's an actual strike. That's a striker that I think a lot of Arsenal fans have been crying out for. I'm not saying we want Wood, but that sort of profile does really well. The Morgan Gibbs Whites of this world, they got good players. Hudson Odoi. I'll be honest, I'm a bit fearful. I shouldn't be fearful of Forest, but I am. Why? Like, they are around it.
It's not so much being fearful, it's being respectful. You mentioned Chris Wood there. I think he's got like 8 Premier League goals. Kai Havertz is our top Premier League goal scorer. You know how many he's got? 4.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You have to give these guys respect.
Same you feel at first sight.
Well, we have to ask for more from our players,
Oh, 100%.
which is exactly what it is.
Is it time that for you? Because I agree. Actually, it's a good point. We need to look more because I feel we haven't started the season well. You spoke about after this international break, will Martin Odegaard, would it be a change him coming back in? Do you expect something different from Arsenal
I saw
in this game? Do you
positive
think there'll be a
signs the
difference?
other day where when he came back for the Chelsea game. I did think we looked sharper in attack.
But it's not. Does it feel like
even
it's
the goal
enough?
that we got? No, but hang on. Even
Go
the
on.
goal that we got, that came from a really good piece of innovative play from Odegaard when he picked out the man on the far post, Martinelli.
Yeah, that's true.
We wasn't seeing that prior to Odegaard being missing. So we need that spark of invention, man. Him being back does give me a lot more optimism. But yeah, we do need more for sure.
Okay, I do wanna actually go to some stats quickly just to read off before we go into score predictions and kind of the recent injuries that we have that I've got to this date of time of filming. Nottingham Forest have lost each their last 4 Premier League away games against Arsenal, are winless in their last 10 league visits to the Gunners. That's 4 draws and 6 losses. All 4 of Kai Havertz's Premier League goals this season have come in home games. It's the most of a player scored in a competition so far this term, with 100% coming at home. And then Chris Wood scored 53.3% of Nottingham Forest's Premier League goals this season, 8 out of 15. Only Erling Haaland has netted a higher share team's goals so far for them. So obviously the dangerous player for them is going to be Chris Wood. I think, you know, they've got likes of Alanga, like I mentioned before, Gibbs White and Hudson-Odoi, fast players on the wings. Our danger man seems like it's Kai Havertz. Scores at home, but I think we need more. We need more from the players that you kind of mentioned. And Martinelli's, I think Saka needs to step up. Having Odegaard back is a benefit. I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions. I would normally leave it to the end, but let me get your score predictions and how you think the game's going to go. It's never going to be a comfortable win in the Premier League, but have you got confidence, or is it a thing of this is what Arsenal should be doing? What's your score prediction? And tell me, what is it? Is it this is what we should expect and what we should be expecting, or this is probably what's going to happen?
I expect better than Chelsea. Again, the bar's quite low on that, but we're at home to Nottingham Forest. I expect a much better performance than we've seen, but I do expect a difficult game. I think respect. Nottingham Forest, you know, they'll be sniffing blood after the way we've been playing recently and the way they've been playing starting the season. Expect a difficult game. I expect our performance level to be better. Odegaard in the side, create more chances. The danger man's still Saka.
Wow.
Of course it is, man. Like, let's be real here.
No,
He's the
sense.
one that gets doubled and tripled on. There's a reason for that, because we lack danger men in attack. But I'm gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. Honestly, that's just hoping and praying that we get the 3 points. I do think we win the game, but I wouldn't be surprised with a draw either. Listen, Leicester and Southampton have come in and scored 3 goals between them. Newly promoted side. So that's where I expect an improved performance. You know, a bit more dominance on the ball, you know, nullify majority of their attacks. It's a Premier League. I'm not going to nullify all. Control the game and control the win.
It hurts me because I actually hear a lot of what you're saying, but I just expect, I don't know, again, this is maybe naivety, maybe the positive side, that I just expect after an international break, Arteta, things aren't what I think it's system as well, if I'm being really, really honest. Maybe Odegaard not being there as well, but I want to see a different Arsenal performance, especially at home, come Saturday, in a positive way. But Forest will cause us problems. I don't want to disrespect them, but I need to see something on Saturday I can buy into to go forward for the rest of the season, to say we are definitely still in this race. And I don't know if I'm going to get that. But Laurie, your score prediction?
Well, I'm expecting a competitive game.
Yep.
I'm expecting us to have the majority of the possession. Forest will probably deploy a low block. They'll try and hit us on the counter. As you said, they've got threats. Alanga, Hudson-Odoi. Alanga's rapid, by the way,
pace.
so we're going to have to
Yeah,
be careful with him. Chris Wood's in a rich goal-scoring vein of form. That being said, this game is now reaching desperate proportions for us. We absolutely need to win this game. I think the atmosphere in the ground on Saturday is going to be really hot. Even though it'll be... Actually, no, it won't be.
No, I think it'll be
cold.
tense. It's cold right now.
Yeah,
It's freezing
cold
right
now,
now.
but apparently it's going to warm up on Saturday.
Let's hope so. But
And I think it'll be quite warm in the stadium as well. So at risk of sounding as corny as you do in your intros, I do think that Arsenal will rise to the occasion, and I do think that they will get the win. They will have to go through some difficult moments, but I think having Odegaard back, the first game after the international break, all those things, being at home, I'm going for Arsenal 2-0. I think you might...
no think we'll concede.
I think Saliba and Gabriel together might lock off Chris Woods. And I think that we'll win 2-0. But even though if we win 2-0, I'm still expecting it to be a hard-fought game.
For you guys, it's not performance over. It's all results business now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There's
yeah.
No, we need to see performance as well. But
Okay.
yeah, the result is the main thing. But we need to see improved performance
Yeah.
to stand any chance of winning the next 2, 5, 7, 10. We've got to improve. We've got to get that fear factor back. Teams ain't scared of us right now.
And
We're at home to Forest, and then we're away to
West
a
Ham.
very poor West Ham side this season. Not to say I don't think they will be a threat. I think they will, because a game against Arsenal is a way to kickstart their season, and they always seem to pull off 1 or 2 results against the big 6 each season.
We've got Sporting in
so I
Champions
think-
League. We've got
I
Man
think
United on the horizon as well.
At home, use it as a chance, because listen, the crowd will be up for it, but there's also going to be nerves. And if we don't score early or Forest get the first goal, and you look at the current situation as it stands, it wouldn't be great.
See, that's my fear. That's actually my fear. That's why I mentioned about will it go toxic and go a bit sour, because you lot all saying, you know, the fans will be up for it and all. they'll be there. They'll be singing and that. But I think it'll be quite tense in the ground. I think fans, the mood right now.
If we don't, like Turkey says, if we don't score early, then that's quite possible it will, because people will be nervous.
Yeah, the mood's not great right now.
You're tense, and that might transmit to the players. But I do think the energy, certainly to start with, will be positive, and then it's up to the players, man, to capitalise off that. And I do think that there will be a bit of renewed energy and spirit. I am sensing that. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it positive. I do think they'll win. I don't think the performance will be as important as the result. But like as Turkey said, it'd be nice to get the performance as well.
It's so annoying that it's so early, just in the Premier League season. It feels like one game, one fixture, and my whole mood will change. I feel like the season's done. In this nowadays, in this era of Premier League football, it's just like things can get, shut down so quickly. But that's just me being. It's a negative thought.
No, but you know, you get what you deserve in the Premier League, man. You know what I mean? The league doesn't lie. We've not been on it, and so we are where we are because we've not hit those heights yet.
Yeah.
If you recall, last season we went through a bit of a patch where we weren't playing well. We had the trip to Dubai, and then when we got back from Dubai, we kicked on. Let's hope that the resumption football after the international break sees a similar type of vibe where we kick on.
I really hope so. And I know there'll be people screaming. If Robbie was sat here, he'll be saying, "Don't forget, we went to Spurs away, we beat them. Aston Villa away, we beat them. Man City." So I understand there's that side as well. We had a hard start, but again, my energy is I need to see a good performance, something that I can buy into and hold on to when Arsenal's performance on Saturday, to look forward and say we're still in this. My score prediction, just to keep it brief, I think I'm going to go the same with Turkey. I think it'll be a 2-1, but I'm hoping it's a comfortable 2-1. That sounds a bit mad because it's so close in scoreline, but we dominate and they may get a consolation goal towards the end, but it could be the other way. They might score early and then we panic, but we end up winning the game late on. That's my score prediction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know how you're feeling ahead of this game, what your score prediction is. And stay tuned, we're going to be doing a predicted 11 video as well. We'll give an update on some of the Arsenal players from what we know so far, if they're going to be available. So look out for that as well. Guys, take care and I'll see you soon.